So start with your legs out and just bouncing nice and soft. So Jattis are very small units of measurement, small movements, little bits in the body. So then coming down into the feet, I want you just open and stretch the toes and clench the toes. And it's good to just take your time with these. These are really good if you're doing a practice first thing in the morning. And then start to make circles with the ankles, nice big rotations. So rather than going fast, go slow and get the full range of movement that you can. And then reverse that. So yeah, they're a really good practice for early morning because they'll warm up all the synovial fluid in the joints and just prepare the body. And then up and down with the feet. So push one forward and then flexing back towards the face. Okay, and then pick your right ankle up and just shake the foot. Nice and loose. And then doing the same on the left. And then take that down. And then picking the right leg up and kicking the foot up and down. And then left side. So remembering we're always starting on the right side because that's the active principle in the body. The heart, the sun, the positive. Okay, and lean back into the hands and then just pick the knee up, bring it as close toward the shoulder as possible and extend the leg away. So the right side is activating the sympathetic system and then the left leg now. Left side's parasympathetic, which is also the moon, the ta, the negative polarity. Okay, so bringing your knee, right knee now into a big wide circle. So we activate the right side, which is stimulating, reverse that circle. And then we finish on the left because that's then passive, calming the nervous system. So onto the left now. And then reverse. Okay, bringing the right foot up towards the inner thigh. Now you can have the foot up on the thigh into Ardha Padmasana if you're comfortable to. If this is too much on the knee or the ankle, then just place it onto the floor. And we're just bouncing. So we don't want to injure the knee. So if it feels like it's a tight band that's pulling, you need to have it on the floor. And also if you don't have a lot of movement, you can actually lift the knee up and bounce this way rather than pushing down. Okay, so keep the leg there, either on the floor with the foot or on the thigh, and just gently bounce forward from the hip. And then coming up, take hold of the foot and cradle it into the arms. You can hold it just into the hands if that's more comfortable. And we're just rocking it back and forth. Okay, and then come back to the center. Again, shake that foot. And take the leg down and change sides. So if you are in Ardha Padmasana with the foot, it might not be the same on this side. So just always check, don't assume. You might need your foot on the floor, or you might be able to put it up on the thigh, which you couldn't do on the other side. Okay, and then let the knee just rest and gently bounce forward over that front leg, right leg. And then coming up, cradling the lower leg, and again rocking from side to side. Okay, taking that down, shaking the ankle out. And then releasing the leg. You're taking hold of the right foot, or you can take hold of the trouser leg. I want you to pick that right foot up and then swing. So we're just gradually working our way up the body. And taking that side down, picking the left side up, and repeat. Great. And then legs down, keeping the legs together, both hands onto the legs. And again, just bouncing forward. And then you can take the hands forward and extend. And then interlock the fingers, bring the hands behind the head, elbows up. Keep bouncing. And then hands behind your back, lifting the arms away and bounce again. Lifting the arms up as you bounce forward. And then coming up. Just give the arms a bit of a shake for a moment. Taking the legs apart now. Just clasping the hands together and making a big circle around through the legs. And then you can even lean back as much as you're comfortable. And then reverse. Great. Taking the hands, sliding them down the legs, and again, just gently bouncing forward. Make sure you're aware of your breathing as well, so you're not holding your breath. Slower, deeper breathing where possible. Okay, and coming up. Just bringing your feet in, taking hold of your right foot, and as you inhale, take it out to the side. Exhale, bring it in. So we'll do 3 on the right side and 3 on the left. And now straight up with the right leg in front of you. 3 on the right side. And 3 on the left. Okay, inhale. If you can, balance onto your bottom. Make sure there's nothing behind you if you fall back. Take your legs out to the side. And then bring them together. Out to the side. Back to the center. Feet together, knees out, and just letting them bounce. Lovely. So from this position, taking your, let's just go cross-legged. So into Sukhasana. Taking your left hand around onto the right knee. The right hand is coming behind you. You're not leaning onto the hand. So your weight's still into your body, but the hand is here to support you. Keep your shoulders down. Let me turn this way. Breathing in, moving into the twist and looking back over that right shoulder. So try not to let the shoulders creep up. Don't lean back into the hand. Keep the spine straight. And just slow, steady breathing here. So I want you to breathe in here. And exhale, come back to the center. We're going to change hands now. Right hand to the outside of the left leg. Left hand behind. Breathing in. Move into the twist. And then exhale. Just Dodaka Pranayama now. So nice, slow, steady breathing. Feel how the lungs can open and stretch in different ways in this position. So take advantage of that. And then breathing in here. Exhale, release from the pose. Just take the legs out again, give them a shake and shake the head at the same time. So just gently from side to side. And then let that go. So bring the hands out in front, give them a shake. If you're more comfortable to cross your legs, do so. So moving into the upper body now. Shaking the hands and then stretch them apart. So splay the fingers. And then take the thumb and the first finger together and splay them apart. Next finger, ring finger, little finger. Now go back the other way. Little finger, ring finger, middle finger, first finger. Speed it up. Once more faster. And then shake. Okay, so making circles with the wrists. And reverse. And then up and down. Try and stretch them in each direction without bending the elbows. And now into the elbows. So hands up to the shoulders and all the way down to the floor with the fingertips. So you're opening and closing as much as you're able. And then taking the elbows out to the side and making circles with the hands. And reverse. And arms down. Big rolls with the shoulders. Breathing in and out. In. And reverse that. And then just with the right arm, nice big rotations. And reverse that. And left arm. Reverse that. Excellent. I want you to lift your arms up, breathe in, stretch, hold. Exhale, drop. And again, breathing in, stretch, hold the breath in, release. Once more. All right. And now with the head and the neck. So just turning from side to side to begin with. So we breathe in as we turn to the right. We breathe out as we turn to the left. And as you get to each side, just see if you can move a little bit further each time. So we're just encouraging a little bit more twist in the spine, but without force. Think of it more like an invitation. And then back to the center, taking the chin down, And then look up to the ceiling. Keep the mouth closed so you can stretch all of those scalene muscles in the throat. Head down, breathe out. Head in, look up. Out. And then back to the center. We're going to now do rotation. So take the chin down. As you inhale, roll the head to the right side, to the back. Exhale, down through the left side, back to the chest. So nice and slowly, keep the eyes open because you can become a bit lightheaded. And then once you get to the chest, I want you to reverse the direction. Rolling to the left, to the right. Keep the shoulders nice and soft so as not to transfer or create any new tension. And then just bringing the chin back, lifting the face to center, just sitting quietly for a moment, just letting everything integrate there, especially after neck and head movement. So you might like to close your eyes or keep them open if that's more comfortable for you. All right, and then opening your eyes, we're going to come around onto the hands and knees. So into Chaturaspada Asana, onto all fours. And just once you're on all fours, just rotate the ankles. So this is a really good thing. I might have explained this already in Vajrasana. If you're practicing to increase your capacity to sit in Vajrasana, just having a break doing this can be really helpful. Reverse them the other way. Okay, and now we're going to go for a bit of a walk, a bit of a crawl. So Dr. Ananda is always very encouraging in this crawling action. As you know, for those of you who've done study with him, and Swamiji too, obviously, and an Amaji, is that you can go backwards as well, is that we crawl so that we can walk. So coming back to this action of crawling is a really good way to create that stability in the body again, which is happening in the early days of being a baby, creating strength and stability in the structure so that we can get upright. It's working on all of the joints of the body, and you can really exaggerate it. You can really roll the shoulders like a lion and lift the knees higher and more slowly. So you can really work the body. You can walk sideways with your crawl. Really, really great for the wrists, particularly for people who spend a lot of time closed hand on a computer, or probably not so much around a pen anymore. Okay, and then just come back to your spot, sitting into Vajrasana if you can, and just gently dangle the hands. So particularly after wrist work, it's not uncommon that people get a little bit achy in the wrist joints, and there's a lot of little bones here. So just be gentle with them if there's tension. Shake it out slowly, gradually, and as you feel that that tension's releasing, you can start to become more vigorous, but just take care in those kind of finer areas of the body. Okay, so then we're going to come into Vajrasana. No, we're in Vajrasana. We're going to come into Mukha Bhastrika. So I'm just going to remind you, we're working from the solar plexus. We're breathing in through the nose, using Kaki Mudra with the mouth, blasting out 3 times. On the 3rd time, we'll stay down into Dharmikasana. If you're able to touch your hands to your feet for this practice in Dharmakasana, that's great. If not, you can just let them rest where they're comfortable. Then when you inhale, extend the throat, lift up, and then come back into Supta Vajrasana wherever you're comfortable. It might be that you're on your hands, you might be on your elbows with the head resting back, or you might be comfortable to put your head down. Wherever you are in Supta Vajrasana, when you come up, lead with your chin first. Take care of your head and neck before you try and lift the body up. So let's go in now, 3 rounds, breathing in. So staying down in Dharmakasana. If you can, bringing the nose in between the knees, so you're really tucking the head in. And then inhale, lifting the head. On the exhalation, taking yourself back into a comfortable position for Supta Vajrasana. Going back onto the right elbow first. And then inhale, leading with the chin first, bringing the head up, then bringing the body up. And if you're comfortable to stay in Vajrasana, just sitting upright, closing the eyes, feeling yourself settling into the body, feeling the pose, just letting go of any tension, any effort, any holding. And as that ease and release happens through the flesh of the body, feel that the spine is elongating, lifting lightly through the center of your being. And then slowing the breath down now into Durga Pranayam. So just taking more time with each breath. And then start to apply a rhythm, Sukha Pranayam. Sukha meaning ease, comfortable. So you're finding that steady rhythm in and out. And allowing that steady rhythm to create a harmony in the nervous system, in the body. In the mind. Just inviting your attention to rest into that rhythm, becoming established in it. Not just the ability to do it, but the ability to be present with it. Okay, and on the next exhalation, just let that go. Allow yourself to just sit quietly for a moment and just experience this space that you've created. And then when you're ready, just opening your eyes and taking your legs out and giving them a bit of a bounce again, just resting the body. So Amaji used to talk about, I don't know if she exactly used these words, but this is how I remember it, was that we kind of train our body a bit like a puppy. So we gather it in, we ask of it, and then we let it release and run around and give it a break, and then we pull it in again. So we're constantly reining it in. So between practices, we just, shake and do what we need to, swing, get up, walk around, have some water, by the way. And then we come back, and even if we're sitting, whether it's in satsanga or, having instruction in pranayama, we might be listening and not necessarily doing a practice, but we're sitting in presence. We're still sitting in practice. We're still sitting in a pose. So you give yourself a bit of time now to let the body be a puppy, and then you bring it back, and then you place it into asana as we continue to discuss.